Welcome, everyone, and thank you again for joining me. It's the last night for the United States Track and Field Championships, likewise for Jamaica, and a number of championships that's happening across the globe. Again, I'm in my traveling location. This is the last time you'll see me from this location going live. I'll be back in regular stuff in the coming weeks. But I'm very excited for tonight. Hopefully, you guys are excited as well. There's a number of things that we will be watching today, covering, and hopefully, we'll see some stellar performances. A number of teams still need to be made for these Olympics. Again, today is June 30th. What we'll have is the last opportunity for athletes to make standards. So, in cases like that, it can be a problematic situation if you do end up in a position for your national team, but you don't end up with the qualifying standards, and maybe just hoping that you might get in on a world ranking list. So I'll quickly talk about what we'll have today. Currently, already at the United States National Championships, the men's hammer throw final is already in progress. I'm just watching that on a side screen. I haven't really been following it too much, but I think Jordan Geis is in the lead currently, 76-24, ahead of Winkler, who has a 75-51. And so, yeah, we'll get to that. There's also women's pole vault. I'm very excited about Katie Moon, Sandy Morris. We want to see what they can do. It should be interesting there. Bridget Williams also has the Olympic standard. Men's high jump tonight as well for the United States. Only two guys in the final, McEwen and Harrison, have the standard so far. And as you know, the high jump standard or the field event standards for the Olympics are very, very tough. You have to go 2 meters 33 in order to get the official standard. I want to thank everybody for joining, and I'll get to some of your comments. And then we'll also have javelin going on, 5,000 meters, men's 800-meter finals at the U.S. National Championships, and the night will close out with women's 100-meter hurdles, 1,500-meter for women, 400-meter hurdles for both men and women. That's what's on tap there at the U.S. National Championships. Currently, the triple jump is going on in Jamaica. I'm not seeing anything from Jaden Hibbert. I haven't gotten any updates there. They will now have a few under 20 girls that will do 800 meters, same likewise for the boys, and somewhere around, I think, what time is it? It's gonna be somewhere around 6:20 Eastern Standard Time. We'll get the final of the women's 400 meters. There's also hurdles finals for both men and women sprint hurdles. Likewise, you get the 200 meters and a special 4x4 that's there in order to see if Jamaica can get into the Olympics by performing better than 2 minutes 59:11. That's the thing that they need to do. So let me see who's on right now. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining. I see. Yeah, I definitely can't wait for tonight. I see there's a hurricane approaching St. Lucia. I just saw that there's one. There's Tobago is under hurricane warning. Likewise, Trinidad is under some tropical storm watch. My wife is down there at the moment, so I was trying to contact her. Yeah, hopefully it's not you guys are safe. I see Barbados also is in the pathway. So yeah, I really hope that all the people who are in the pathway of that incoming hurricane, that it either diverts or that the damage is not substantial. All in the game. What's going on? Want to see D1 champ Timberg versus D2 champ King in the women's pole vault and see if they can at least get the Olympic standard. Yeah, that would be interesting. I haven't watched a lot of women's pole vault in college this year, but we'll see. Actually, what's going on here in the Jamaica thing? I just there's a race on track, but yeah. I think Skylar Franklin just won the 400 meters there for the under 20 women in Jamaica. Looks like really, really as many know, she goes to school in the United States. She did it in 51.99 ahead of Abigail Campbell, 53.42. She was way ahead of the field. Really commanding position there from Franklin. I'm just seeing a quick replay of that now. Seems as if she took up the stagger earlier on everybody, and she's coming around. A very big built there for a 400-meter athlete, if I'm being honest with you. But she's pushing away. Yeah, lots of strength there. Highly ranked as a junior as well. I think she might be in the top 10 of juniors this year. So that's interesting. Where are we? Yeah, so lots of interesting stuff. I was trying to think through. There's also some interesting things that happened today. I don't know how many of you saw what happened at the British Championships. There were a little bit of a I guess a push off or a fall right there by Josh Kerr and Giles Elliott in the 800 meters. There was some kind of a mishap there. I want to see the race again, but it seems interesting. But Dina Asher-Smith today, I think, declared that she's in great form. She won the British Championships in 22-18, I believe, into a headwind, if I'm not mistaken. The youngster there, Gill, also winning the women's 800 meters ahead of Gemma Ricci, obviously UK very strong there, and Keely Hutchinson will obviously lead them at the Olympics and will be amongst the favorite with Mary Mora and so on for the 800-meter title in the absence of, I think, Mo. Yeah, Amber Anning also won the 400 meters. So it's really some interesting stuff there going on. I think Matthew Hudson-Smith ran the 200 meters there in Britain as well. So some of the good stuff is going on there. Also, Rashidat Alalike today was really impressive, and I believe now holds all the titles from 1 to 400 meters for our home country there. And so Irish records everywhere. So that should be interesting. I think, she ran about 11:13. So she's, on course. I imagine she will probably run 48, mid 48s come the Olympics, at least be in that shape. Already with a 49, is it 7:49 or 7 already for this season? So should be very interesting. Let's see. I want to get some comments here because you guys are piling in. And thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like the video. Let everybody know that we're here. It's important that they know there are good things going on, and I want to appreciate you guys on the channel. All in the game is saying poor Gemma Ricci had to contend with Laura Moore, then Keely turned up, and then another phenom in Phoebe. Yeah, Gil comes out of nowhere, and she just turned 17. She was 16 earlier this year, right? Or maybe I don't remember, but I remember when she ran that time. So I don't know. It's one of those things when you're an athlete. It's tough. I don't know. Like I as you mentioned this, I also think this has to be the year Keely Hutchinson takes the 800 meters extremely seriously, because last year she should have won it. No disrespect to Mary Moore, because I think tactically she's probably better than all of them when it comes to running the 800 meters. But you in the absence of a healthy, I think, Mo, you don't take the title, and then this year you're assuming that she would never get that chance. But Mo is gone again, so you have to say, I have to win this Olympics. It's like 1980s all over for sprint. If you don't, Moscow Olympics in the absence of the Americans, right? So you have to figure out a way to get the medals. And I think Gemma is somewhat different in the sense that it's just one of those things where other athletes who are just better just show up, right? Yeah. Darren Peters is saying, congrats, Monteverdi Academy Skylar Franklin on the under 20 national title. Yeah, very good time there too. Really easy win for her. Very big build too, so interesting there in terms of our body type for 400 meters. Yeah. What's going on, Twain House Frederick? Hello from Trinidad and Tobago, but you're from St. Lucia. Yeah, we're in Trinidad. Are you there? Yeah, I'm keeping everybody in our thoughts, obviously, because this is a trying time there with the hurricane, and I hope everybody remains safe. Yeah, I saw that Tobago's on their watch and warning rather, but the big stuff is coming near St. Lucia, it seems, and also Barbados, right? Yeah. So that is yeah, let's put that up here. We second all of that right there. Uh, all in the game is saying GB needs to move those championships away from cold Manchester down to the south of the country. I agree. I mean, it should be in Birmingham or in London. Why not? Well, that could have been in the London Stadium, right? Because it's not like West Ham is playing currently, so they could be there. I. It's not a good place to send athletes to run in conditions that not are not great for athletics, not great for sprinting in particular. What also, I don't know if any of you saw it. I watched the interview today with Carl Lewis. Sometimes I have time for Carl, sometimes I don't. But I mean, he was being interviewed in Britain about his athlete Louis Hincliffe, and it was really a decent interview. So you guys should check that out. And talking about how he's like trying to get him to run really well and so on. That was interesting. Truth, how are you doing? Blessings to you as well. Hurricane Beryl is approaching. Where's the Sailor Scout? You need to defeat okay, Green Beryl. Yeah, this is it. Thanks to my producer there. We just like imagine putting up the where these things are heading. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, not good there in the Caribbean in particular. So I do hope many of you guys keep safe. I hope that there won't be any kind of flooding or anything of the sort. But you never know. I think they have the Jamaica championships is on the way as well. I get to that in a second. So that's where we are there. So if you guys are in this pathway, I really hope that you guys stay safe out there, and we really keep you guys in our thoughts and prayers. Yeah, definitely. And how you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Uh Actually, didn't that just happen a while ago? All in the game that he made the team. Unless is there breaking news right now? Because I saw earlier that they disqualified they ruled rather the 8:30 from the kid as a no as a foul jump, right? I believe that's what I saw earlier from a couple of news guys out there in Jamaica. I should text one of my contacts, but I can't do that right now. But I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, that kid did the. Let's get it. Yeah. So yesterday, Thompson. Yeah. So the results have been have been upgraded. So I think it the Thompson kid that did the 8:30 or so, and then it was a rule of foul. I don't know if he had protested it, but it clearly didn't count. So he now finishes in fourth position, I believe, or something of the sort, or whoever it was. I don't know if it who I can't remember off the top of my head now. And so I think Tajay Gale gets to go, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, you're getting battered in Barbados. Really sorry for that, Brian. Yeah, you're okay. You're about to batten down in Barbados. Sorry, thought he said battered. I misread that. Well, hopefully you guys stay safe. I mean, yesterday I thought Barbados did a fantastic job in hosting the final of the Cricket World Cup, and yeah, it's credit. Too bad it wasn't the West Indies there, but India performed really well. South Africa at one point looked like they were going to win that, and yeah, now you're going to face some tough times there. So hopefully you guys continue to stay safe. All the game is saying, yeah, just got the rules of foul. Yeah, shady. Yeah, rule of foul. Yeah, so the thing is, I didn't see the jump, to be honest with you. So Mattison wins this ahead of Bygrave in a 400-meter for boys here, I think. Sorry. Yeah, I really apologize. I was just like in between. So yeah, I didn't see the jump, to be honest with you. All in the game, I know I think we had it on yesterday, but there are so many events going on, so I wasn't quite sure what happened. Jabara Matheson winning this there in 46.64 ahead of Bygrave 46.80 and Pinnock 46.98. Those are the kids there out of Jamaica. Yeah, I don't know, but there was a petition, obviously, and clearly it was ruled. You see, what I have a problem with now, when the sport has now clearly evolved, is it's about time that you get the VDM system in place. I don't see any reason why you don't have that system unless it's there and I didn't see it. But if it was there, they would have been probably showcasing it, because even at the American National Championships, they were still measuring the jumps with the in the old way. So I think you really need that, because that eliminates any kind of error there, and in terms of from an official standpoint, and it makes things easier, because when you start to introduce camera angles that are not the high speed cameras, then all sort of different stuff can happen. All right, we are now going to get the women's 400-meter final on the track. This is in Jamaica right now. I think that's what we have on track now. I think they're a bit ahead of schedule there in Jamaica, because that was officially supposed to start at 6:20, but they're already behind the block. So you have Knight, Williams, Foot, Bromfield, Stacey and Williams, Nikisha Price, the new national record holder for Jamaica, Cherokee Young, and the veteran in the field, obviously, Stephanie and McPherson. We all know Nikisha Price had a fabulous collegiate season, going 48.89. There's an opportunity for her to really do well at the Olympics. She should win this regardless of what happens. Hopefully she doesn't have to work particularly hard, but the others may have something to say about that. Get on the team, give her some more time in order to see if she can still bring it at the Olympics, because she's really got our PB down a significant way there. So that's on coming up on the track. They're doing some introductions there. Let me get back to some comments. Yeah, so it's yeah, I don't really know what happened. Like, I haven't read the report, to be honest with you. If anybody saw the details for that, then I'll be happy, if they've shared it, because I don't really know what happened. Yeah, I just saw some. I think, let me see. I remember seeing something earlier about that, and there was a whole thing protest that was filed last night, and then today, the kid is no longer in the 400, in the long jump. So let's see. So one moment he thinks he's going to Paris, and the other he's not. The other moment he isn't. Yeah. So it was Sean Thompson. It was Mark. It was Rula fall apparently, after, according to this journalist here, after lengthy deliberations by the jury of appeal. So what that really means is that means Tajay Gale gets the spot. But I don't know. I mean, like, I have to see it again. I don't know if Television Jamaica here. Well, I can't. They haven't showed it, at least the time I turn on the stream. So I have zero idea what's going on there. Yeah. Let's see. 4x4 final in Paris with Jamaica, Netherlands, and GB will be a great race behind a strong USA team. It should be. Yeah. True. The persons who run the opening runs at the Olympics, do they receive anything? Yeah, they get medals too. Everybody who participate in, you get medals. Okay, I'll get back to some of the comments in a second, guys. The race is currently on track, and I want to see what we get here. Should be a cracker. final of the women's 400 meters in Jamaica. And they're off right now. And it looks like Price already is making up the stagger. Also, Foot looked like she's making up the stagger on Bromfield, but that's an overhead picture that's hard to see. Right, so she's closing on everybody already, Nikisha Price, on, I think that's Young and also McPherson. Right, so she's going to win this. She's going to come off the bend before everybody else, and she probably going to win this comfortable. So, yeah, the national record holder has a 3-4-5 meter lead now on the rest. Stacey Ann Williams is coming like a bullet right now. Bromfield was in third, but she's going to get passed by... it looks like Bromfield gets it ahead of Stephanie and McPherson. We have to wait for the official results. I think it's ready, yeah. So 50.01 for Nikisha Price. Comfortable. And Stacey Ann Williams with a really strong home stretch there, 50.56. And Janelle Bromfield, 51.24, just ahead of Stephanie and McPherson, 51.28. Ashley Williams, 51.55. Knight, 51.65. Cherokee Young, 52.64. And Foot, 53.16. So those are the athletes there, and that will make it to that will represent Jamaica there. And let's see where we're going. Yeah, let's get to some of these comments here. I'll start from the bottom again. Yeah, Young and McGregor have gone back for sure. They've regressed certainly, because I was really surprised at Cherokee Young there. I thought should have been doing much more. So really good, yeah. Price really comfortable, and then a late surge there from Williams. Really late surge there from Stacey Ann Williams. Ensures that she gets that second position. And Janelle Bromfield really holding off with a dip there at the line to ensure that she gets that spot. Yeah. That is interesting stuff there. I want to check something really quick here on... So this is what, 51.24 for Bromfield there. So that obviously McPherson will go in the relay pool, you would think. Yeah. So Janelle Bromfield obviously is good in a relationship with Noah Elias. But yeah. Anyway, I think yesterday she did the Olympic standard, right? Of 50.74. So she's definitely representing Jamaica there. All in the game is asking, did the recent transfer Brianna White run in the 400 meters? I'm trying to remember now. We have to go back to yesterday and see if we see that, right? In the prelims. I'm trying to remember. Was it yesterday or the day before? There's so many things going on. Let me check that. That might be day 2 probably. Or it was yesterday. Just getting a glimpse of the men's shot put as well there in Jamaica. Yeah, we have to check on that all in the game. I can't recall for sure. Yeah. So the next thing that's going to be on track is the 800 meters for heptathlon. And I want to make sure I'm not missing out on the U.S. National Championships. That stuff on track starts at what, 7:30? Okay. Yeah. So just another hour. All right, back to some comments here. Let's see. I missed a few of these. I want to make sure that we acknowledge them. Yeah, so I did talk about what Truth says. Athletics Edit says, all in, I guess you're saying all in the game. I'm from Manchester, but been to that stadium, but not for trials. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when we saw it, yeah, I don't know if that's great conditions to be there. And you're from Manchester, are you on the red side or the blue side? Don't answer that if it's not red. Uh, and all in the game, the track is slow and the weather is always bad in Manchester. That, okay, you can confirm that. Yeah. London Diamond League is a 50K plus sellout, right? It is. I think that Diamond League always is sold out, and yeah, all the game is saying Price could have won that blindfolded for sure. This is the Jamaican national hole here in the men's shot put. Campbell. That's a fall throw. I also would ask that people who put on the national championships or people who put on events in Jamaica, I don't want to sound like I'm dissing it, but in the field events, it would be good if you could create some markers or some lines so we can guesstimate where these throws are going, at least from the viewing public. You know, maybe I would love for it to be digitized on the television screen, but you know, I won't go that far. Yeah. That should be a good event to go to. Yeah. Where are we now? So yeah, thanks everybody for joining so far. Really appreciate you on the channel. You know, only 17 likes and we have 60 something people, so that means some work is needed to be done there. But yeah, let's do some predictions. I think women will Anna Cockrell get a spot tonight on the women's 400 meters for the United States. Obviously, Sydney McLaughlin Levrone will win this comfortably. You should expect that to happen. But Anna Cockrell last night doing a PB going sub 53, doing that 52.95. What will we get from her? Really talented Rachel Glenn is in the race. Obviously, there's Shamar Little. You know, Jasmine Jones. Yeah, is it a bridge too far for Dalila Muhammad? Probably. Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting 400-meter hurdles, and that's going to end the night. The men also, I think, is really interesting and competitive at the United States. So if we take Rai Benjamin out of the mix, because we anticipate that he should win this in 46 seconds and change. But we have the likes of a Caleb Dean, a CJ Allen, you know, Trevor Bassett is in the mix again. Chris Robinson this year has gone 47.95. It's interesting, right? There's a bunch of guys there that's already have gone 47 before. Rasa has, but he hasn't really been having a good year. On running close to 49 seconds. So I think this is going to be an interesting race as well to make that team. 1,500-meter hurdles. Nikki Hiltz, there's Cranny, there's Mackay, there is a bunch of women there. Ellie St. Pierre, obviously. But I think the one that's very difficult to call for me tonight would be the women's 100-meter hurdles for the American women. I don't even know what to say about it. You have Kenny Harrison, you have Nia Ali, Masai Russell, Alicia Johnson, Tania Marshall, Clemens, Grace Stark, Armstrong, even Buns. There's a bunch of women here that can really do well here, and so I think that's going to be a tough team to make tonight. And there are going to be a few women there that will feel aggrieved that they didn't make the team, but let's see what we get there. Let's get back to some of these comments here. All in the game is saying, want to see a PB from Lane Teve Thomas in the 200-meter final. Yeah, we want to see that as well. Speaking of that, since you just mentioned that, let's just do a quick touch of the women's 200 meters at the Jamaica National Championships. Obviously, Natasha Morrison will be in lane 1, Jodian Williams in 2, Kevona Davis 4, Dejani Oakley 3 for Davis, rather 4 for Oakley, Berger 5, Jackson 6, Thomas 7, and Brianna Williams in 8th. Interesting. This is an interesting cycle for a bunch of these women. A lot of them in their early 20s, outside of the likes of Morrison, Williams, and Sharika Jackson, is 30 at the moment, but the rest are young. Thomas has a lot of upside as well. I'm really looking forward to next season as well, where we will see what we get from a Brianna Williams, who would have been with John Smith for a full year leading into the Tokyo World Championships. But we'll get to that as we go. Yeah, so I agree with you there. Truth. Chris Taylor is I don't know where he is. I can tell you why he's not around, but I have no idea where he is. He's in a little bit of trouble with the athletics integrity unit, charged for failing to for evading testers. So I don't know where he is right now. Where am I? All in the game. Hearts want Delilah to make one last Olympic team, but head says Anna Cockrell. Shamir takes it. Want to say Jasmine, but Rachel Glenn have had a long NCAA season. Got Caleb D and CJ Allen behind Rye. I think I agree with you with the Dean and Allen and behind Rye Benjamin. Part of me feels like Anna Cockrell will also make it on the team. I don't know if it's me projecting or just because I think, I like her as an athlete, but I think Shamira Little also will find a way. If she doesn't, then we'll ask questions about that 400 meters. I would. That's what I was trying to get a sense of, to be honest with you. Let me try and find out right now. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to try and find out. Give me a second. Yeah, because I saw that at the top of the hour when I came on, and they were doing when I came on the broadcast earlier, they were in the midst of the triple jump, and I wasn't sure. They said 3 competitors, and I wasn't sure what was happening. So maybe they spoke on it, and I have no idea. All right, I'll see if I get an answer on that. Chris Taylor is living with his wife in Europe. She's the Danish champion. Okay, yeah. Such a talented kid, so we'll see. Baba is saying Gabby Thomas will smoke. I suspect you mean Sharika Jackson. If stats will hold. I don't know about that, but Gabby's gonna be on a medal podium in Paris for me. As far as I can tell. I mean, we'll wait to see. There's a bunch of athletes that I think could vie for those spots, including Jackson. I think if Jackson's in any kind of great shape by the time we get to the Olympics, then she would be very hard to beat. I don't think she has to be in 21-4 shape to win the gold medal. I think 21-5 shape is more than good enough. And we'll wait. I'll wait to see that. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, I think Dean Asher Smith can be in the mix too. There's a bunch of other people. Oh yeah, you did correct for Sharika. Thanks for saying that. Hibbert is also listed in there on the 20 triple jump. Interesting. When does that go off? Okay. Yeah, he's there too. I see it there. Yeah, he's listed there as well. But why would he go with the? That's why would he jump with boys and not jump with the senior guys? Well, I hope that I hope he's not injured. Yeah. Uh St. Clair, Abby. I don't know if I would call Abby disappointing because Abby had to have foot surgery last year and she managed to come back from foot surgery. So I think she might be disappointed that she didn't get a spot to go to the Olympics. However, I don't think it's a issue with like her underperforming. She had to cut the season short last year, and she did a surgery, and she got back on the track, and it's been tough. A lot of athletes who did surgeries didn't really get back to full fitness in time. You think about it, Brittany Anderson also had to cut her season and had knee surgery, I believe, and she's back, but not back to the level that would make her competitive to get onto this Jamaica national team. And unfortunately, she won't be vying for a spot in the women's hurdles today. Right? She won't. But so yeah, so I would reframe it differently. I mean, I can understand being disappointed at not making the U.S. team, but I don't think our season is disappointing in any shape because she did have a surgery that took a while for her to just kind of come back. And anybody who's followed the career of Abby Steiner, she's really injury prone in the sense when she was at Kentucky, she used to play two sports for a long period of time, and there's moments where she was struggling with a lot of stuff. So I wish her the very best. Hopefully, I mean, she clearly is in decent shape right now in terms of our bodies getting back in shape. She looks like the type of athlete who would have benefited from another month before you get to a national championships or so. So that's how I thought look at it. I suspect we'll see her in the Diamond League circuit, and we'll see her all the way to the end of the season. And the same for athletes who were injured and coming back, or athletes who unfortunately didn't make their Olympic team for whatever reason. I think you'll see Mo on the circuit dominating if she wants to run, but we'll see. Back to some more comments here. Colin, how are you doing? Coach Francis will have Sharika in peak shape in 4 weeks for the games. I agree with that. I think he's really famous, or that team in particular. They're famous for peaking at the right time and having athletes at their very best when it counts. So I would give you a check mark for that. Bob is saying, didn't Shelly and Fraser Price also miss out on the 200-meter team as well? She didn't run in the 200 meters, so she didn't start. I think she only entered that as an attempt to get an individual spot. So she, with a number of other athletes, did not show up for the start of the 200 meters yesterday. Likes of Akemba Nelson also didn't run, and so on. So I don't think there was no intentions, I believe, to really go after the 200 meters. Yeah. So let me see if I can get an update in the men's shot put, because I'm seeing it here, but I'm not really following it because I've just been in the so it looks like Campbell is leading at 21.69. This is hard to follow. I don't know if this is how it's working. I don't know who else is. Kobe Lawrence has a 20 meters jump as well. Also, no, these guys are from the BVI, so they're not Jamaican. Yeah. So only two Jamaican guys above 20 meters. Uh, I'm trying to remember. I don't know how many athletes in Jamaica have the standard. Obviously, Campbell has the standard for the shot put, and the shot put standard is 21.5. Yeah, in case you're wondering. I'm going to do a quick update on the hammer right now in the US Championships. It's still Daniel Hall is leading 79.51, Winkler 78.89, Stafford 77 meters or 7. And I think they're into the final, sixth and final throw right now. Two guys only from the United States. The guys in first and second position are currently with Olympic standards there. Pole vault is uh, the bar is at 453, I believe. A few women cleared it right now, and that's where so Leon, Morris, Moon, all in the mix still. Yeah, I think Bridget Williams is up right now. She's about to attempt the 4 meters 53. Men's triple jump will start fairly soon as well for the US men. The high jump is also going right now. Very early stages for them as well. They're at the 2 meters 21 mark. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, really interesting day for track and field. We've seen some interesting stuff happening across the world. Hopefully, we continue to get some good performances as well. I think what's that guy from Spain? Eopis, I think, did a 13.09 to win the hurdles there. I also saw this. Did you see what happened to Sasha Joya? He was complaining. I don't think he got left behind in the blocks, and I had to come from way behind today to get into the final of into the French final. So yeah, a lot of uh, championships happening across the globe. I'm now taking another look at this Josh Kerr when he tripped Elliot Giles. Yeah, he walked up on him trying to come in on the inside in the 800 meter, and he trips and both men fell to the ground. Oh, that was an awful type of a situation there. All right, back to some more comments. What's up, Jenna? Shelley was quoted as saying she's not running running another 200 race again after Sherry could beat her, I think, in the last Olympics. Yeah. Yeah. He. Yeah, I mean, and why should she, right? I think we're seeing the last of Shelley and Fraser Price. I think those people who were in the national stadium witnessed for the very last time her competing there. I imagine, unless they do a special event. And I believe, once you get to Paris, this is it. And if she goes on the circuit, it's the final time. And what a career that has been. The great Shelley and Fraser Price. We could wax lyrical day in, day out about how good she was, her impact on the sport, and the joy to watch. Unbelievable start, a great into transition. Yeah, all in the game is saying that was incredible by Sasha. Yeah, and Bella actually, yeah, his blocks wasn't even set fully; it bounced out of place. Yeah, it was interesting to see, and but he did come from behind, and to do that in a hurdles race is really impressive because what you can't do is to get out of rhythm, and he found a way to get back in. Yeah, interesting. So coming up next in the let me see what's going. Well, javelin in Jamaica is not particularly important. Not that it's not important. It's not that great. It's like 71 meters. So that is way out there. Way down there, rather. So is Hibbert actually jumping with the juniors for real? Can someone confirm this? Because I sent a message, but I haven't gotten back anything yet. Let's see if I get. Oh, hopefully I get a message soon. Ah, I'm getting an audio message right here. Let me see if I can. Uh, let me get somebody to listen to this and tell me what it's saying. Yeah. I will be doing that, Imran, and I'll be honest with you, I should have done a lot more T20 lives, but I had to leave home base for a bit and do some stuff, and I was just not in a position to go live as well as much as I wanted to. But I want to do some of the test match lives for sure. Interesting test match lineup. I saw that Kimara Roach was replaced because of injury. But we'll get, don't feel bad. We'll get back to cricket at some point. Wonderful game yesterday anyway. That boy Jasper Bumrah, different class, different class. All right, so we I yeah. So I'm waiting to see what will come next on the track. I'm just seeing a shot of the sports minister there. Yeah. Uh I don't know what that is, but yeah. uh let's see where we are. So we're gonna get the some finals for we're gonna get a girls under 20 finals for 100-meter hurdles, and after that we'll get the finals for the Jamaica women, which will have Salmon, Brown, Nugent, Williams, Tapper, Roswell, Wilson, Brown. This is a hard team to make as well. Someone really good won't make the Olympic team. Akira Nugent looks like she's in great form, but I suspect someone really good won't make the Olympic team. Let's see. So I'm getting word. Uh, tell him thanks. I'm getting word that from my contact that he's just getting into the stadium and they'll try to find out. I think Jaden is obviously in the triple jump. Rather, he is listed at. He went with the under 20, but he's the only guy with the standard anyway from Jamaica, so it's not. It won't be a problem. But I found that kind of interesting not to jump with the big guys. Yeah. So I think Jaden Hibbert is fine, but will I get more confirmation from that? But I don't think he's injured or anything like that. So yeah, if we had to predict the 100 meters for 100-meter hurdles for both Jamaica and the United States, it's a tough one. Only three spots. I think Akira Nugent makes the team. I just can't see Danielle Williams not making the team. She's just a phenomenal athlete and two-time world champion. Never represented the country at a world championship, at an Olympics rather. So you have to think that she wants to do something there. I mean, can Megan Tapper find a way again? Really interesting set of girls here. It's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy. Are you getting rain? Yeah, I see. I see that you guys are on a watch there, Imran, in Trinidad. So hopefully everything goes well. This is the current status uh, of the hurricane, the impending hurricane. Yeah. True to say, the rain is expected by 11/midnight. Interesting. All right. So no one giving me the results, your predictions for the 100-meter hurdles in Jamaica. I'm really intrigued to hear what you guys think. I'm just watching some shot put right now. This looks like a kid from the British Virgin Islands. If you want to watch the Jamaican National Championships, you have to subscribe to One Spot Media. I think, well, not subscribe to them, but you have to buy the package from them. It's a pay-per-view package. Yeah. Thanks for joining, Jay. And if you do get it, come back and let's talk, watch and talk at the same time. And so, and for those who don't remember, I'm sure everybody knows this. It's basically there are some nation states in the region that they don't have enough competitors, or they don't have a legacy of athletics that will afford them to have a really competitive national championship. So Jamaica is allowing some of the countries from the NACAC region to participate at these championships in order for those athletes to get competition, and more importantly for many of them to attain the Olympic standard, which is the final today. Yeah, Nugent looks good, but anything could happen. I agree. I think Akira looks in good form. Yeah, my guess is that I don't know where the third spot will go. I'm feeling good that Akira Nugent and Danielle will take it, but obviously it's an obstacle thing, which is like the biggest cliche in all of analysis of hurdles. But or it's a cop out when we say that. I definitely think that those two will make it. I want to see what Wilson can do. She usually starts really well. I think Wilson, Topper, interesting. Can we get a surprise from even Brown? Yeah, you never know. Someone could come up tonight and pull off something that we've never seen. But if I had to put money on it, I'm definitely, which I won't, but I'm going with Nugent Williams for sure. I have to make a case here. Yeah, for either Wilson or Tapa. Yeah, but we'll see. All right, and so the first track event on the U.S. National Championships will be at 7:31 Eastern Standard Time, and that would be the 5,000-meter final. Then they'll transition to the 800 meters. Then we get into the 100-meter hurdles. Then the 1,500 meters. Then both men and women 400-meter hurdles close out the night. Where are we here? Nothing is ever luck. See what happened to Athingmo. No, it is. It's very true. That's why you play sport, right? That's why you do the things when you just don't go by past performances, right? I mean, today, you always see upsets. I think would rule the not attacking the cutover or hanging back either. And, it's disappointing. We've talked about it, but very disappointing. Tapa seems to be having some difficulty from her facial expression after the semis. It did look that way to me. It was like a grimace there. I haven't heard anything. I hope it's nothing serious. She's particularly short in stature, so she always has to fight over those hurdles. but we'll get a sense. This is Adain Richards here in the shot put circle. Former national record holder here. That doesn't look particularly far. Gets a white flag, but I don't really know what those distances look like, because they don't really put the marker there, at least for the television audience to know how far that is away. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. That was like yeah, that wasn't particularly far. That looks like 17 meters apparently. So we're waiting for the 100-meter hurdles for under 20 girls. That comes up at 7 minutes after the hour. And then following that, you'll have the senior women that will run the 100-meter hurdles. Then they'll do the 110 hurdles for boys or under 20. And then they'll transition to the 110-meter hurdles for the men. This is a good field too. This is a tough one. You have Hansa Parchment, you have Rashid Broadbell, you have an Amar McLeod that looks like he's happy again and back. So it's going to be interesting. There's Philip Lemonius from the University of Arkansas. And there's Adara Phillips too. So I don't know what we'll get. I'm going for a Broadbell Parchment 1-2 there. Not quite sure what the combination might be, or not the combination, but the order. I suspect that Omar McLeod might find his way back on this national team after what seemed like could have been an all-time great career became difficult after changing multiple coaches over a long period of time. And we mustn't forget he's the world champion from 17, right? And the Olympic champion from 16. So we're looking on some years later, and maybe. And so the last two Olympic champions are Jamaican. Maybe he can find his way back there. We'll see. Very talented individual. Lost his way somewhat, but seems to be back. What do you think of Kishane's chances at the Olympics? Do you think he would be a repeat of Rohan Watson? I don't know, actually. So going to your first Olympics or going to a major championships, people can react to that differently. I mean, he's traveled before, he's gone on the circuit, so it's not like he hasn't had some experience, but he hasn't gone to big championships. But he's being coached by a high-profile individual who knows how to get people prepared. I suspect for him, he has to be mentally focused, and he has to deal with some of the attention that he's now getting, because he's the fastest man in the world. And that comes with a lot of scrutiny. That comes with a lot of people who will be asking for your time. That will come with reporters from every nook and cranny wanting a piece of you. So the first thing you have to do there is to avoid most of those things. You have to find a way to shut that out, not think about it. I mean, I don't know him personally. I don't know what kind of mentality he is, but you're going to need one of those tough spirits to like look across, because they will try to intimidate you as well. The other athletes. Lyles will try to intimidate you, even if in a friendly way. A bunch of other people. And I think some of the talking that's going on too is not a bad talking, but it's more of like okay, they see you and now we'll deal with you when time comes, right? So I do think if you can get those things out of the way, and assuming everything else works well for him in the sense that he continues to stay healthy, I think he has a really good chance at the Olympics. Today, Carl Lewis says that he doesn't care who it is, but Noah Lyles is still the favorite. I don't know what to make of that, but this is a guy that ran 9.7, he ran 9.8, 9.8, 9.7, and it really looked like he could go much further, faster rather. And he ran to instructions, right? So many of you would have seen him immediately leaving the national stadium, going to the warm up area, going to greet the coach. And I think part of his message to him was to say that he shut it down. He listened. Like, I think the message was not to run harder than 70 meters, and he did shut it down. So there's more there, right? There's certainly a 9.75 there in those legs, or based on that run. You can't necessarily predict, but this is an open air. It is an era where there's no overwhelming favorite. The Usain Bolt era continues. There's nobody that's won back to back over 100 meters in men since the Bolt era. It's always been shifting. So we'll get a chance to see. I mean, he's built physically, he's fantastic, and he has to be in the mix. How he handles the pressure, the attention, those are things that I believe are more important than his readiness from a physical standpoint. Because assuming if he's not injured, then he'll be fine. You're saying I get the feeling that Frana didn't want his real potential to be exposed this early. Well, he can't help it, right? I think he had to come in some good shape. Thank you everybody for joining me on the live. The 100-meter hurdles for under 20 women in Jamaica on the track right now. We'll soon get to some U.S. national stuff. But back to your point there, he had to get him to at least a reasonably good shape because Oblique Seville had been running 9.8s. He had beaten Noah Lyles. Great shape. And then that there are a group of other individuals that could run really well, Akeem Blake and so on. So he had to expose him to something. But once you get them to a point where your body is at peak condition, and I believe he was up there in peak condition during the national championships, it's hard to run slow. It's moving because it needs to move. So I think that's where we are. Yeah. So sub to me 543. Yeah, he's saying true to that statement. Everybody knows him now. He's the talk of the town. How he deals with it, I think, is the most important thing. Let's quickly go over to they're in the blocks right now for the girls under 20 100-meter hurdles. There's Bailey, Marshall, Harris, Forbes, Campbell, Myers, Mikkel, and Davidson. And they're out. Myers is running really good. And Harris as well. And then, I'm not quite sure who won it. It could be Harris there who won it. 13:06 ahead of Myers, 13:08, and Tony and Forbes 13:12. That's pretty good running here from these girls. This is a 0.3 win. So Harris out of St. Elizabeth Technical takes it in 13.06 ahead of Myers 13.08. Okay. I mean, hurdling is always in good hands in Jamaica as well, sprint hurdling. It's pretty good here. There's a bunch of women coming at the line there. Good race. Where am I? All right, so that's that. So what we're gonna have next on the track is gonna be very exciting. Obviously, after we're gonna have the senior women. So last chance here. If you hadn't put in your predictions, last chance for prediction. And the women are testing out their blocks at the moment. Looks like Salmon and Brown. Excuse me. So this is going to be fireworks here. And then at some point, we'll be switching to the US stuff in a second. Yeah, US Championships will start soon too. And there's a shot of Megan Tapper here. As we know, Megan Tapper, the only Jamaican woman to medal at the Olympics over 100-meter hurdles. Last Olympics in Tokyo. Had a great interview with her behind closed doors shortly after the Olympics last time. So yeah, this is the women that will start the final. Salmon, Brown, Nugent, Williams, Tapper, Roswell, Wilson, and Amoy Brown. 2 Browns, Janique Brown and Amoy Brown. This should be a cracker here. Still some time to go. There are a few hurdles that they have to adjust from the athletes doing a little stride out there. They're still in their warm-up gear, so I suspect they're not ready at the moment. The official start time for this would have been, well, not too long from now. It's going to be 12 minutes after the hour. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Oh, you're doing, Willie Roll. 100 is hard to call. Best man win. I'm hoping Caribbean win it. It can be anyone's race. Yeah, it is. It's going to be tough. I mean, what we'll definitely see, and we'll break it down later on in the week and so on. We'll do a lot of these reactions where we can start to make some sense or headway of what we think might be coming in Paris. We can digest all of the various championships, and we'll get some more diamond leagues coming up. There's a couple of diamond leagues before you get to the Olympics as well. So we'll have a chance for us to kind of lose things. No, Harrison, unfortunately, I can't show the actual race. I apologize. This is how it works. It's a copyright violation where to do that. I don't know where you can find it other than subscribing to the pay-per-view. And if you do, I hope you come back and chop it up with us as well. But back to what we were saying, Willie. It is. We'll spend some time doing it, but just off the top of my head, I'm thinking we're looking for, I mean, the 3 Americans will come good. The 3 Jamaicans are definitely coming good. The Olympic champion is back. He's gone sub 10. He looks healthy. Anytime. He looks healthy, and you never know what you get from a Ferdinand Omanyala. Most of his super fast times occur at altitude, so I'm not quite sure. Akini Sambini could be in the mix as well. Uh, I don't know what you'll get from the Great Britain athletes. I mean, Louis Hincliffe won the national championships, but I don't think he's in the shape to really be in the mix unless he can go 9/8s, and I don't think he can. He can probably go a couple sub. He can do sub 10 for sure, but and then we don't know what shape Zarnell Hughes might be in. He took the medical exemption there at the British National Championships after aggravating or picking up an injury at the Racers Grand. Was it at the Racers Grand Prix? So we work it up. But as you say, it could be anybody. I think it's tough to call. But if we start to measure stuff up, just the way the Thompson kid run, I mean, he looks like really interesting. I think Oblique Civil can go faster. How much faster? I don't know. I still think he could probably do maybe a 979. I suspect if you can do a 979, if you can do the 977s or 975s, not many people can take you off the podium with those times. This is how I would think about it. Currently, the women are now standing behind their blocks. So Paula Salmon is being introduced there, and they're doing some camera work, obviously, to go from athlete to athlete. So in a moment time, we'll get to this. I think Janique Brown could really do something here. I have to be very. I think it's hard. I think she could make it. I think Tapa, even Wilson could do something if we say Akira Nugent and Daniel Williams will take the top two spots. This is what I'm thinking. I'm giving those top two spots, the top two spots to those women, but we don't know. All right. Really appreciate everybody for rolling in. No pun intended, really. And yeah, Daniel Williams, really great athlete there. Yeah, I have a lot of time for Devon Charlton. Really, I mean, I've seen her when she was a collegiate athlete. She's a Boilermaker, Purdue Boilermaker, and I have a lot of allegiance there, and I frequent it. So anyway, she is a special talent. What I like from Devon this year is that we got she transitioned those outdoor seasons again, indoor season into outdoor, ran a couple 12.4s I think already. So I think she will be in the mix somehow. But the 100-meter hurdles for women is the most competitive event in all track and field. It's the hardest event in track and field. There's so many women that can win it. You got, we'll see what we get from Toby Amason. We'll see. I mean, I thought that Jasmine Camacho Quinn got hurt recently, so I don't know. But we'll get back to that in a second. So we're ready. They're in the blocks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm going to try to pay attention here. Camera's panning to Tapa and also Daniel Williams. There's a significant size gap there. Official walking across just to make sure all fingers are beyond the line, and the stadium track needs a new track too. And position. Oh, someone false start. Woo! Looks like Roswell came out of the blocks. Looked like that. Our hand left the track. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like Damisha Roswell might be out here. I mean, from the naked eye here, you could see this. You could see this from the naked eye. Ah! Ooh, she got a warning. So she got a warning. So she's living an extra life here. Got a warning. So she's not out. I really, I'll be honest with you. I don't really know why they can't be given reaction times immediately. Why is that a thing? You know, it just should be coming up into the media broadcast. It should be hooked up into their system. Anyway, here am I complaining again. I just want the best for track and field, for the viewing pleasure. All right, so Roswell got a warning, so they will now attempt to go back in the blocks in a matter of seconds here. Again, it's Salmon, it's Janique Brown, Akira Nugent, Daniel Williams, Megan Tapper, Demisha Roswell, Anika Wilson, and Amoy Brown. The 8 finalists here. I suspect at some point when they do renovate the National Stadium, or if they do lay a new track before that, they will go to a 9-lane track or potentially a 10-lane track. They would have to take out a piece of that old velodrome. But a 10-lane track is what they should probably put down, because we've now moved to 9 competitors for World Athletics. So, you know, why not put down a 10-lane track? All right, so they're in their, they're being called, the starters call them to go in their marks. They're going in the marks right now. There's no Amoy Brown, it looks like. And they're out. And immediately out was Yannick Brown to the first one. Akira Nugent is like flying right now. Everybody's behind her. Daniel Williams is in second position, and it's gonna be Nugent. 12:25. That is 12:28. That is ridiculous there from Akira Nugent. That is a national record. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Akira Nugent in flying shape right here. That's the fastest time in the world right now. Ahead of Daniel Williams, 12:53, and Janique Brown. I knew it, and I was just saying to myself, Brown could pull this off. 12:61, finishing in third position. And unfortunately for Megan Tapper, the Olympic bronze medalist, she will not be going to the Olympics, and she's on the ground being attended to. Tapper, that is. They took the camera off her. I'm not quite sure. Clearly, she's in some discomfort. 12:69. So the official result: Akira Nugent in a brilliant time of 12:28 into a 0.5 win. Well, not into a win, a 0.5 tail win rather. And Daniel Williams, 12:53, the world champion. Janique Brown, 12:61. Tapper 12:69, Wilson 12:70, Roswell 12:75, and Salmon 12:92. No Amoy Brown did not start. I'm looking at the replay again. That was some really good hurdling there. The rhythm from Akira Nugent, leaving them for dead. I mean, there was massive separation between her and Daniel Williams. Akira Nugent living up to her talent. Extremely talented athlete. Anika Wilson tried to stay with them, but didn't have enough there. And Megan Tapper falls to the track and flips over there. Yeah, what that was a lovely, lovely, lovely race there. Where am I? All in the game the same. Good to see Janet Brown back in form. Yeah, no, it was really good, really good. 12:61. Good time there. Yeah. Whoa, that was special there, guys. And so those are the three women that will make it, will represent Jamaica. Let me get some update. I give a quick updates what's going on in the women pole vault right now. Sandy Morris in the lead. I think there's how many rounds left? Or is it done? One more round seems like. 468. Katie Moon also 468. Bridget Williams 463. What's going on in the high jump right now? Oh my! Javon Arson's out of the high jump. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Shelby McEwen 2 meters 30, and Caleb Snowden in a PB of 227. He's trying to get the final jump over 2 meters 30. Javon Harrison is in fourth position and will not represent the United States, it seems. Mane from the United States, Salif Mane, did a big PB of 17:20 in the triple jump so far and achieving the Olympic standard there. Yeah, back to some comments if they're there. My heart goes out to Tapper. What? I'm not quite sure I get everything here, but yeah, Tapper is, she's been unfortunate. I think just a word on Megan Tapper, obviously. Megan Tapper, I believe, happens to have the two fastest times ever not to make a major final. I could be wrong on that, but I think All in the Game is still on the live, so he'll check me if I'm wrong. He's the channel's resident historian now. Yeah, I believe she has the two fastest time never to make it into a final. Happen in Oregon and also in Budapest, if I'm not mistaken, or in Oregon for sure. And bronze medalist, and unfortunately can't get to the Olympics. I mean, it's one of those things. One of those things. She runs 12:69, not exceptionally fast, but still decent time. And yeah, Akira Nugent. This is what I like to see. Obviously, last year would have been disappointed. I think she had some niggles too, but also when you do those long collegiate seasons, you never know what you'll get. And she's fully a pro this year, and she comes and delivers a world leading time of 12:28. It is a world leading time, right? Yeah, and it's really, really good running there from her. And that's why I have a lot of high hopes for athletes like Julian Alfred and those women who are, having a full season as a pro. You really get to see a different side on those athletes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's that. I think next on the track, just a quick update before the US Championships on the track gets in full swing. They will do the boys under 20 final, and then the men. The men should come up at 7:34. It's exciting times here. Thanks everyone for joining. I mean, doing double duty again on both US and Jamaica national championships. while I'm still on the road. And yeah, back. I just want to check this thing here for the US again. So I haven't been watching a high jump. I should have the stream on a high jump going on. But if I'm reading this correctly, the high jump is done. So McEwen will win. He's currently trying to jump 2 meters 36. He's failed at one attempt. In second place, you have Caleb Snowden, 2 meters 27. Tyus Wilson, 2:24. Javon Harrison, the shocker for me tonight, 2:24. Failed and all 3 attempts at 2:27. He has the Olympic standard though. So Snowden doesn't have the standard, neither Wilson. I don't know if the US will allow him to go. That's a good question there. But he does have the standard. McEwen has the standard as well, and the rest of the American guys, they don't have it. And they won't be able to get it because it's the last day to get it. All right. Let's see where we are now. Colin is saying, all these athletes work so hard in their craft, and for injury to stop them from going to the games is disheartening. It is. It's one of the... I think track and field is one of the harshest sports that you could have. It's just... You get hurt at the wrong time, and that's it. There's usually one major championship whenever it happens a year. The World Championships every 2 years, the Olympics every 4 years. You miss out on that, and it's heartbreaking. It's devastating type of stuff there. So you have to feel for them. You think about other sports. There's championships every year. There's a Champions League final every year, or NBA, NFL, whatever. Even the big sports that are still individual sports like tennis, you have the 4 majors. Golf, there's a bunch of that. So you can still have redemption, And so there's one thing for the injury, but it's also you could just have a poor day, and you don't perform the way you want to, and then it's all for nothing either. Right? You lose everything. It's just one of those things. On the chat, they're introducing the under 20 boys for Jamaica 110 hurdles. It's got a Sha'carri Gordon kid there. This should be fast. And these are guys who are trying to go to the under 20 World Championships in Peru, which initially the United States said they weren't going, but I think they came back and changed their mind. So they're in the blocks right now. And they're just getting settled in the blocks. Set position, and they're off. And the kid from JC attacks the hurdle first. Beckford ahead of everybody, but the KC guy and the Excelsior guy is coming right now. And the Beckford is still in the lead. I think, it's a blanket finish right there. It looks like Hall from Excelsior may have taken it ahead of Bedford and Clark, but I'm not quite sure. It is. That's the case. Official results has Richard Hall from Excelsior, 13:37, ahead of Daniel Beckford, 13:37 as well, and Daniel Clark, 13:44, and Sha'carri Gordon from Calabar, 13:45. So that is as tight as they come. That is tight as they come, guys. Yeah. Yeah, really good run there. Blanket finish, basically. There's some serious high-speed frames separating these athletes right now. And then next on the track, we will then get the men's 110-meter hurdles. Lemonius, Campbell, Mason, Parchment, Broadbell, Bennett, McLeod, Phillips. Last chance for your team that will make it to Paris. So the 5,000 meters are about to start at the U.S. National Championships here. I just see a picture of Grant Fisher, it seems like. That's going to be a really cool event. Cole Hawker in the mix as well. Should be a good race. It's going to be a great race. But it's 5,000 meters, so that'll take some time. So again, it's 13:37, 13:37, 13:44, and 13:45 for the top 4 places in the Jamaica under 20 boys. Yeah. And so next on the track will be the 110 meter for men. And we're looking at Philip Lemonius, Jerome Campbell, Tyler Mason, Hansa Parchment, the Olympic champion, Rashid Broadbell, Orlando Bennett, Omar McLeod, the 2016 Olympic champion, and Adaria Phillips. Should be a very good race. Look out for Parchment to be always closing early. Never really gets a great start. If he gets a great start, I suspect he would have been running 12.8s given his kind of closing, but that's sent for another day. Rashid Broadbell, extremely talented hurdler here as well. So this is going to be a cracker. I'm probably going with Parchment, Broadbell, and McLeod, or Broadbell to win, Parchment second, and McLeod third. I think that's probably where I'm leaning to. Yeah. All in the game. Javon Harrison crashes out of the high jump. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, all in the game. Like, I didn't see it because I was having I think I had a hammer on and I forgot about the high jump. Really, really outrageous there, I'm shocked about that, to be honest with you. Can't clear 227. Is it 227? Yeah, he couldn't go over 227. I mean, he has the Olympic standard. They could still send him to the Olympics. But I don't know if the US will do that. And Willie Roll is saying, let's go Parchment. I guess you're a big Hansa Parchment fan. I saw a clip today of a Bahamian official. I don't know who it was. And they were talking about it's unfortunate that they'll miss out on Shawnee Weaver at the Olympic Games on the flat 400 meters. But if she gets back healthy, they could obviously feature her in the relay. All right, so these guys are about to get started here. Just a picture there of Hansa Parchment, the big man. Parchment ran the race of his life in Tokyo. No one saw that coming. I don't even think he saw it coming. And that's the only title right now that Grant Holloway doesn't own. So I suspect, who's this guy running all the way out so early in the 5,000 meters? He's like having like a 30-meter lead on these guys. It's Kincaid. What is Kincaid doing? Anyway, Kincaid is like way out there in the men's 5,000 meters. So the guys now in the 110-meter hurdles in Jamaica are behind the track right now. They're about to be called to their blocks. Once more, we're looking at a very great lineup of Philip Lemonius, Campbell, Tyler Mason, Hansa Parchment, Broadbell, Bennett, Omar McLeod, and Phillips. Those are the 8 men vying for a position on the national championship, vying for a position to go to Paris. Let me get this quick comment here from All in the Game. Gardner, Shawnee, McCoy, and Giovanni Valcourt could destroy that mixed 4x4 in Paris. They could. And also, Bahamas have a couple women doing, multiple women doing hurdles now, right? Which is really good. All right, so we're waiting for these guys to go in the blocks. They're getting into position for the blocks right now. Yeah, Cartwright is really good too for Bahamas. Yeah, Cartwright. So they're in a position right now. They're in set position. They're off. And whoa, this is blurry. Hansa Parchment is in the lead. It looks like Rashid Burred is right beside him. Omar McLeod is coming. And it looks like Hansa Parchment looks like, oh my God, it's a blanket finish. I have no idea. It looks like, Orlando Bennett wins this ahead of Broad. Hold on. No, hold on. Broadbell is asking for it. Also Parchment. It looks like Orlando Bennett wins this. No, this can't be right. It looks like he was coming to. What in the world? Because there's a moment Parchment was looking. This is ridiculous here. I'm still waiting on official results. So far, it looks like Bennett wins it in 13-18 ahead of Broadbell 13-19. But at one point, Hansa Parchment looks like he had this in the bag and he was looking across. There's a picture there of Aisha Pratt-Lear with her hands on her head. I don't know what's happening there. There's no result. I need a replay on the race. Come on, give us a replay on the race. We're getting a replay. So at this moment, it looked like Parchment in the lead, but Bennett is coming from nowhere to Broadbell. Look at this. Yeah, Parchment is looking across. Broadbell is now given the victory, so they've switched this now. Broadbell has won. But Parchment looks like he came off. This is interesting right here. You know how many frames they should be working here to figure this out. Ferdinand, my man, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Hope you're doing well. But Parchment looked like he won the race to me, but I have to see this again. How are you doing, Ferdinand? I hope you're not too displeased by the loss in the T20 World Cup. Willie was looking forward if SMU could win the 3 gold medal. Yeah, I was hoping for that too, but you know it goes. Shawnee won't be able to go 3 in a row. What's going on with this thing here? Okay, so this official, I think they're coming up with more official times. They have Broadbell at 13:18, Bennett 13:18, Hansa Parchment 13:19. This is basically, I want to see the details of the breakdown too. For some reason, this stream thing is giving me issues too. Trying to get it back. So there's no. So it's a tie basically, it looks like. Thirteen, 18, 13, 18. But I want to see the separation because they have. Tyler Mason 13. So, okay, this is the results now, guys. Broadbell 13, 18. Bennett 13, 18. I don't know what's the separation in terms of the thousandths of a second. Parchment 13, 19. Tyler Mason 13, 22. Omar McLeod 13, 22. Campbell 1332, Phillips 1352, Lamonius 1369. All of this into a .4 wind. This is tight as you. Oh my God, this was so close. I want to see this again. What's going on here? All is well. Cricket pain. Yeah. Mary, how are you doing? Broadbell Bennett Parchment. Yeah. Yeah, so it's Broadbell bread and But what's the difference between this 13, 18? Like literally, what's the number? Because if they're doing 1, 2, there must be a separation on the time. It has to be like 13.7 something. Looks like 2 more laps to go in the 5,000 meters for the US stuff there. I'll get to that. There has to be some separation. Truth was Parchment looking around. He could have missed out. Yeah, he did look around. I want to see this photo finish. And, the photo finish is one of the greatest optical illusions ever created. Because it's not a finish of the... Anyway, you got guys running 8, 13, 18, 13, 18, 19, 22, 22. That is super, super close, guys. They're showing a picture of the photo finish, but you can't really discern anything from that because it's on this. It's the television cameras picking it up instead of having it directly on their screen. So I don't really know what's going on there. The 5,000 meters finishing up there in the United States. Grant Fisher seems to be in a mix too. Noor seems to be in a mix. Those two look like they're going to be ahead of everybody else. They're like neck and neck right now. They're opening up a good... Grant Fisher's take the lead now. And Wolf is going to come next. So it's going to be neck and neck to the line. Grant Fisher will win. Fisher ahead of Noor. Ahead of Wolf. 13.08.85 ahead of 13.09.01. Patrick Wolf 13.10.75. That looked like it was a really great race. Yeah, Fisher wins. Really good running there. Wolf also ran a really good last stretch there to get a PB of 13:10. But Wolf doesn't have the Olympic standard, doesn't he? Yeah, he doesn't have the Olympic standard. It's 13:05, the officials, the Olympic standard, and he doesn't have it. It's a Parker Wolf rather than a Patrick Wolf, but Parker Wolf. Sorry about that. Grant Fisher in lots of pain, but he pulls that off. Fisher has a standard, Noah has a standard as well. You're right, Fisher in the form of his life, yeah. Fisher, Noah Wolf, yeah. That was interesting there. I still want to see the break. Let me get back to this 110-meter hurdle final in Jamaica. I just feel like there's no. Is it like, did these guys exactly run the same time? So the next thing on the chart. So we just completed the 110-meter hurdles, which is the closest thing you'll see in a very long time. And then we'll have the under 20 girls 200 meters, then under 20 boys 200 meters, then 200 meters for women, and then 200 meters for men. Then there will be a 4x4 to close out the event. That will have a Jamaica green, a Jamaica gold, a St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a Jamaica black. Oh, D2 champ ranking makes the pole vault team ahead of what? What's going on? Thanks for telling me that all in the game. Sandy Morrison's gone? Oh, she fails what? 3 times at 473. No way. King makes it. PB2 at 473. Bridget Williams and Katie Moon. Those are the representatives for the United States. Sandy went. Oh, it's really exciting night, guys. Really exciting night. Sorry, so many events to keep up on. Really appreciate everybody sticking around on the live and everything. You know, there's a shot there of Akira Nugent and Daniel Williams getting, I guess, their medals or whatever they give them. Doesn't look like medals. It looks like plaques or something of the sort. Yeah. If you're on the live, I really appreciate you. Yeah. All in the game is saying Sandy Morris and Javon Harrison follow. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really, really tough for them. Trials are brutal, as you're saying. That's the thing. They're not showing. They're giving me a pole vault look here and this look here. It's really good. Yeah, they showed I think that's the 473 they showed there. Annette Williams. My niece, Dalian Williams. Congratulations if she's actually your niece. Very proud. Double world champion, two-time world champion over 100-meter hurdles there. Yeah, really great athlete. And I'm happy for Danielle in particular because she's never represented the country at the Olympic Games. And this is her opportunity to go to the Olympic Games. Super, super, super tough competitor. Really, really great athlete. Was it last year? I was doing some I was doing some stuff in the United States, and I had to see some people at Johnson C. Smith University. She's a proud, obviously a proud alumni of that university there, and I got tours of the facilities, and her pictures like right in the area where the athletes walk through, along with like Leaford Green and other people who made their mark there at that university. And for her to still be important player there in terms of for other athletes to watch and see is important. Yeah, so yeah, really congratulations to your family. Yes, it's your big brother's daughter. Yeah. Thank you for joining, obviously, Annette. This sounds like we need to get Danielle on the live. I know she's super busy, but I'm sure your family should be really proud. A true proud family, obviously, and she's been a great servant to the country. Her sister as well has been a great athlete too. Not had the same type of career, obviously, but yeah, very special. Men's 800 meters going on at the U.S. Championships. I'll get back to some of your comments there, guys. And this is obviously Bryce Hoppel in the mix. Kessler, Miller, bunch of guys there. Coach too. Really good move there. Looks like Hoppel in the ahead there. There's Miller and Coach as well. And Alvarado as well there. Let's see what we get here. This should be a really cracking 800 meters. Yeah. So, and then it looks like Hobbs Kessler is making a move too. Maybe Hoppel will get around here. And so their final bell here. And there's like Hoppel and Kessler next to each other. Brandon Miller is also in the mix. It looks like Alvarado has been squeezed out there. Yeah. Hoppel is moving. This is going to be fast. Brandon Miller is taking a push now. He's going up on Bryce Hoppel, and Hoppel decides to say, hold on, kid. And he's still on the inside there. Right. It's Hoppel then Miller. Kessler in third at the moment right now. Miller is running the race of his life. He's pushing Hoppel, but Hoppel is definitely keeping this pace. And he's going to open up the stretch now. He's going to win this comfortably. At this rate, it's going to be 143 low or 142 high. And Hobbs Kessler is passing Miller. Miller survives 142.77 for Bryce Hoppel. That's a personal best for him. 143.64 for Hobbs Kessler. Also a PB. Brandon Miller holding off Howie 143.97 to 144.12. That was a cracking 800-meter race there in the United States. Wow, that's super fast there by Bryce Hoppel. That is special there for him. What's going on? Will is saying Grant Holloway running 13s. Flat. Parchman always have to run down Holloway. Parchman needs to start like it. I don't think anybody can start like Grant, but Parchment his starts are really poor. It costs him a lot. I think he has to work hard to get back, but hence he has a great finish. Van Zyl is saying Harrison one of two Olympic standard. Yeah, but I don't think they'll put him on the team. Yes, Annette. Yeah. I'm happy that your family is really proud, and she's such a great servant for the country. Frank saying, does Parker Wolf go taking third? He does not, because I don't think Parker Wolf has the Olympic standard. He does not. The standard is 13:05. and he's outside of that. Even though he ran a personal best of 13:10.75, he won't go to the Olympic Games. So the standard is I believe it's 13. Let me check for sure. It's 13:05. That's the standard. So 5,000 meters is 13.05. That's the standard. If you don't have the standard, you won't go. Yeah, so he won't be going. Yeah. So that's some good running there. Ferdinand is saying, well done, Hobbs Kessler, 800, 1,500 meter double. Yeah. One, I don't, for which one you want to stream? If you want to see the US Championships, you have to watch it on Peacock, or I think they're also on NBC, right? Or USA, one of them, NBC. And then if you want Jamaica, you need to watch One Spot Media for subscription. I don't have any streams, to be honest with you, but I hope you find a stream and come back and chop it up with us while you're there, while you're watching. Yeah. All right. So there's a shot there of Broadbell, Bennett, and Parchment. To be honest with you, I didn't think Bennett would have made this team, and that's when you're happy to be wrong. Yeah. So that's good stuff there. As I mentioned earlier, the next thing on the track for Jamaica is the under 20 200 meters. Then they'll go into the 200 meters for women. So next on the track would be under 20 for girls. That will feature Shim McCormack, Abbott, Aliyah Baker, rather, Dockery, Franklin. Skylar Franklin is really special athlete too. Douglas and Armstrong. So that's the next thing on the track, and then it will finish for the men, and then they go into the senior athletes for the Olympics. Next on the track for the United States is the 100-meter hurdles. Now that's a cracker. We will have the 100-meter hurdles. Again, you have Talia Bonds. There's Nia Ali, Kenny Harrison, Masai Russell, Alicia Johnson, Tania Marshall, Christina Clemens, Stark, Armstrong. I can't call this race, to be honest with you. This is a hard race to call. I think Kenny might do something special as usual. Masai is a special athlete. Nia Ali, you can never count her out. Marshall looks good, really good. I don't know. I really don't know. I tell you, 100-meter hurdles is the hardest race in the Olympics. It's the most competitive event in probably all of sport right now. All in the game. Brandon Miller make the 800 team after leaving Bobby Kersey. Interesting. Who was on the live the other night that was saying, I think Mo should leave Bobby because he's not good at 800. Someone was saying that on the live. I don't remember who it was. Really appreciate everybody for liking. If you find value, please like, please subscribe to the channel. You know it goes. This is a space for you guys, and yeah. Cara Winger right here doing our sixth attempt on the women's javelin. Let's see what she gets there. That doesn't look so great. Whew! That's not bad though. Actually, not bad. Yeah. Let's see what that is. See. Parker took third. Are you talking about 5,000, right? All right. So 200 meters coming up for under 20, but right now 100-meter hurdles US. So I'm gonna take a look at this side of my screen because this is gonna be next level right now. Next level. Masai Russell on my screen right now. Do you think Bryce Hopper can break versus America? I think he can. I mean, he may need to if he wants to be in the mix at the Olympics because you're thinking about a Rop, Wanyoni right now, probably up there starting favorites. Look at that time from Wanyoni. Very special because the his run the other day in Kenya, that's Wanyoni in particular, is outrageous. 140, 170 in altitude, in many ways might be better than Rhodesia's world record. So Sedrati will have something to say as well. Kinyamal. So I think if Bryce Harper has what it takes to get faster, he can. He might be doing. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, she made. Look at that. I can't believe that. All in the game. All right, let's get back to this 100 meters here, guys. Let's see. Let's see if Masai Russell can do something. Because 12:28 is the thing. I suspect she might go faster. And they're right out there. Look at Masai Russell moving. Alicia Johnson's in the mix as well. Masai Russell's coming there. She's gonna win this. Oh my. She came some. At first, I was mixing up Russell and Stark at one point. Sorry. Masai Russell wins this 12:25. That's a world lead now, taking it away from Akira Nugent. Alicia Johnson second, 12:31, and Grace Stark 12:30. Imagine Grace Stark all in the game. Nia Ali fourth, Marshall fifth, Kenny sixth. This is crazy. Look at these times: 12:25, 12:31, 12:31, 12:37, 12:38, 12:39. Doesn't make an Olympic team. 12:61, 12:85, 12:89. This is outrageous. And into a legal win too. Look at that, guys. 12. So between Johnson and Stark, it's separated by 12.302 to 12.309. And then Nia Ali, 12:37. Marshall, 12:38. Kenny in a season best, 12:39. Doesn't make the team. The former world record holder as well. Look at that. Masai beating the chest. I don't know if she was actually beating the chest. It looked that way. I mean, Grace Stark all season. That's some real running right there, guys. That's fabulous. I tell you. I'm telling you, this is outrageous. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm losing my voice here. Let's. I try to get back to some of your comments here. Darren is saying, thanks for joining. Brandon Miller chose the best option for middle distance athletes outside of a Nike deal with Danny McKay and Brooks. Best in Seattle. No, that's a good point you're making there. That's a great camp. Looks like Masai Ross is crying here. She looks overjoyed. Yeah, Masai in 12:25. Eric P. Kingston 13 saying that 12:25. Remember, Nugent used to beat Masai. It's going to be a showdown. Yeah, a couple years ago, that was good stuff in college. Sam Treasure 12:37 has surely won plenty of Olympics. It is. All in the game. A bad chance for Bobby Kersey. Interesting there. Yeah, no, I think. Mm, mm. I don't know what's going on, but emotional here. It looks like from Alicia Johnson there. Mm, mm, mm. Look at Grace. Grace is in just great form, guys. Like, imagine. Sometimes it's so difficult for NCAA athletes to really come to a national championship. And she won the national title, and then she's on the Olympic team. Excellent. Nugent have the mental on, I guess, Masai for a while now. We'll see. We'll see. All in the game, you did call us. Said 10 women were running sub 12.4, and sixth place was 12.39. The hurdles is a transformation. I think you cannot go to the Olympics not in 12-2 shape and not. And I think there will be 4 or 5 women going to the Olympics in 12-2 shape. It's possible. Could be 4. I don't know where. I don't know the extent of the injury to Camacho Quinn. Toby could get back to that shape. These 2 women here. Daniel could probably get down to a 12-3 shape. 12. It's outrageous. Samba, the French woman too. Yeah, we have to do some analysis, guys. We're going to be live later on in the week, obviously, because we need to know what we have to break down a lot of stuff. Hopefully, you come back for all of that too. Paris 100 hurdles about to get nasty. Yeah, the 100-meter hurdles, hardest event in track and field, the most competitive event. Anybody can win. All in the game. Don't forget the French. Yeah, that was what I was saying. Samba 12:31. Her herding technique is really smooth. Yeah. Have the US trials started? Have they started? Good to see you. You've missed a few different things. You just missed the 100-meter hurdles, one of the most fantastic races you'll ever see. World leading time for Masai Russell, just taking back the world leading time that Akira Nugent did an hour or so in Jamaica. 12:25 to win, ahead of Alicia Johnson. 12:31, Grace Stark, the NCAA champion, finding form again, doing a PB. 12:31 as well. Nia Ali just missing out at 12:37. 12:38 for Tonia Marshall. Kenny Harrison 12:39 in season best. Imagine that these women don't make the team. Really great 5,000 as well. Grant Fisher and Noor making it as well. 800 meters was great. Bryce Hoplin, a new PB, 142.77 ahead of Hobbs Kessler, 143.64. Brandon Miller with the race of his life, 143.97 ahead of Josh Hoy. So we've seen some really good stuff there already. Next on the track for the United States would be the women's 1,500 meters. That's going to feature some good running will happen there as well, I think. In Jamaica currently, the under 20 women are on the track for the 200 meters. After that, you'll get the under 20 men, and then that will transition into the senior women. Eric P. Kingston saying, Nugent will have a lot to say about this. New world record, very possible. It is very possible. We'll see. Wow, it is. It's been a fantastic night so far. And I really appreciate you coming back on the channel. Sam is saying, do you think the 100/110 for men and women have been the most impressive events at these trials? Probably. Probably at the US trials, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm saying this, I'm not thinking this through. There's some decent stuff in the shot put too. Yeah, I have to think about it, but on balance, that could be the case. Yeah, anytime. I really appreciate you coming on. Just a picture of Nikki Hiltz right there. So we're gonna get the yeah 1500 meters. Gonna go for women here at US Championship. This should be a great race. We're thinking about Ellie St. Pierre, obviously, fantastic talent. I think Nikki Hiltz will have something to say. Cranny, McKay, Corey McGee, you can never count out to. I think it's going to be a fabulous race. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the. Thank you for also liking the video and for subscribing to the channel. Those are the best ways to support us. So yeah, I think I'm just giving you an update on this 1500 meters. So it looks like St. Pierre is in the lead right now. She's taking them up just ahead of Sinclair Johnson. Johnny Jones is in the mix as well. Nikki Hiltz is somewhat back. I'm going to go to 100 and the under 20 girls here in Jamaica. And they're out of the blocks. An immediate on the stagger there, but Franklin is back in the mix there. Really good here. But Douglas is going to be in front of her right now. Skylar Franklin is thinking she's not going to win this. Shania Douglas is going to win this by 4 meters. Ahead of Skylar Franklin, who won the 400 meters earlier. 22:59 for Shania Douglas, ahead of Skylar Franklin, 23:16, and Sabrina Dockery, 23:24. Aliyah Baker, 23:39. Positive 0.4 wind. MJ, where did you find the live table for the you gotta go to USA Track and Field has all of that stuff. I think USA Track has that stuff. But I'm back now watching the 1500 meters here. Ellie St. Clair is in the lead right now. Ellis and Mackay is there. Is that Mackay? Nikki Hiltz is also there as well. Also, Johnson is still in the mix. Anybody could win this right now. Nikki Hiltz, I think, is going to make... Nikki Hiltz is making a move right now. I haven't seen Cranny. Cranny is way out of it either. So McLean... Mackay is there too, going a little bit on the out there. Where's St. Pierre? So Nikki Hiltz is there. Mackay is going to take the lead right now, but Nikki Hiltz is coming wide now on the home stretch. Just about 20 meters to go or so, 30 meters. And Nikki Hiltz is going to be the U.S. national champion ahead of Mackay and Ellie St. Pierre. And Sinclair Johnson running down at the end will be off the team. Nikki Hiltz in a PB, a championship record for the United States of 3 minutes 55:33. Looking really good ahead of Emily Mackay, 3:55:90. And Ellie St. Pierre, 3:55:99, and Sinclair Johnson 3:56:75. All these women running personal bests. In fact, everybody running personal best all the way down to the 8th position. Olympic standards for all of these women here: St. Pierre, Mackay, and Hiltz. They will all represent the United States. A cracking 1500 meters here. Oh yeah, very talented. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. On track now for Jamaica is the boys under 20 200 meters. There's Wallace, Strawn, Powell, Romaldo, Smythe, Hines, Rose, Gallimore, and Foreman. And immediately following that, we will see the type of shape Sharika Jackson is in. So let me give some update. I'll give you some while we're waiting on that. I'm going to give you some updates on the pole vault. The pole vault is over. So Bridget Williams wins the pole vault at 4 meters 73. All three attempts at 4 meters 78 gone. Katie Moon 473 as well. And King makes it on 473. Sandy Morris obviously is out. And obviously the javelin is Harden 64.58, which is a championship record there. And Winger coming back 62.94. And Will Trout 61.17. But I think only Harden has the Olympic status. The next thing on the track for the United States athletes at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time is the men's 400-meter hurdles. That will be a cracker. I'm going with Rai Benjamin, Caleb Dean, and CJ Allen. All right, so the guys are getting in the blocks for the under 20 now at the Jamaica National Championships. And I apologize. I'm going back and forth. Obviously, I'm covering 2 championships tonight, and we're getting to almost the end. Not very long. They're in the blocks right now. They're in the set position. A clean start, and it's hard to see who goes up. Rose looks good. Hines. Gallimore is in the lead, it seems like. But Hines is there. 20.278 for Hines. Hines ahead of Marquina Rose. Hines 20.72 ahead of Rose, it seems that. Let's see. The Monroe College guy, 2078. Comes off the corner really good. Almost very close to the line there, but good running there. Gallimore, it seems like, from Calabar, and then Rose second. Third rather, yeah. All right, so here we go. Predictions: Rai, Dean, CJ Allen. That's how I'm going tonight too, all in the game. Last chance for that, guys. Men's 400-meter hurdles on the track. Let's hope they can get that going and we don't have a conflict with the women's 200 meters here in Jamaica, because that's on the track in 5 minutes too. So those 2 races may go off at the same time. I hope I don't know how I'm going to run that, but we'll see. Rai Benjamin is walking out at the moment. I anticipate that Rai Benjamin should be running something super fast tonight. As you know, the big three in the 400-meter hurdles: Varham, Benjamin, Dos Santos, or Dos Santos, Benjamin, Varham. If we go by the fastest times in the world this year, Alison Dos Santos has already gone 46.63, 64 for Benjamin, and 46.70 for Varham. So this is going to be super fast race, I think, for Rai. The other athletes will just have to run their own race. You're thinking Robinson has a chance. I mean, interesting. Yeah. I don't disagree with that, but I don't know if he'll. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. So they're getting into the blocks right now. But yeah, Robinson could be in the mix too. I wouldn't count him out, but I don't know. We'll see. And they're off. CJ Allen is running really good too. Rai Benjamin is moving. Look at Rai Benjamin already eating up the Estaga on everybody. He's way out there. Trevor Bassett is running decent too. CJ Allen is pumping, but Rai Benjamin is coming off, and he's going to come off the curve ahead of everybody. He's going to run low 46 here. No, yeah, you can see it already. Opening up a massive lead on the rest of the field. Caleb Davis. Robinson's running really good too. Look at Trevor Bassett and CJ Allen. 46-47, 46-46 officially for Rai Benjamin. That is a world leading time. CJ Allen, 47.81. Trevor Bassett, 47.82. And Chris Robinson, 47.96. Could have been in the mix. Smith, 49.18. Bailey, 49.73. Whoa. Caleb Dean didn't complete the race. I have to see this again. Yeah, 46-47. Fantastic time there. That is ridiculous running there by Rai. Rai's in great shape. As you recall, his PB is 46-16 or something like that. Really good, strong finish home. And Trevor Bassett, and I was counting out Trevor, and Trevor finds a way. And Chris Robinson really ran well there, MJ. You're right there, you know. Yeah, he has a chance. He had more than a chance. Yeah, and Caleb fell. It's bad. Yeah, I think he fell. So the 200-meter final is getting ready to go in Jamaica right now. Once again, Natasha Morrison, Jodine Williams, Kavona Davis, Dejanay Oakley, Naisha Berger, Sharika Jackson, the two-time world champion, the woman that's been living in 2141 for a while, 2140s for a while. Lanae Tava Thomas and Brianna Williams. Those are the women. I mean, Caleb Dean, heartbroken for this guy. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Sharika Jackson being introduced to the crowd. And then obviously the last race of the evening for the Americans will be the 400-meter hurdles for women. But let's get to this. You're calling 21-9 for Sharika? Mm-hmm. All right, Sam. Jodine Williams there. No, Brianna Williams. Brianna Williams didn't start. So we'll only have 7 competitors. A little bit of a kinesia tape there on Sharika Jackson's left leg. And they're in the blocks. Looks like Dejani Oakley last to get settled. And they're gonna set position. And there's a clean start there. And already it looks like Sharika Jackson is making move to come off the curve ahead of everybody. But she may not be off the curve first. Thomas is moving really well. But Sharika Jackson is now stepping a little bit. She's running really within herself, and she's going to separate and wins this in 22-27. Didn't even work hard, it seems. Sharika Jackson looked like she didn't work hard. $22.29 for Sharika Jackson ahead of Lene Teva Thomas. 22.34 ahead of Berger. 22.39. Dejani Oakley 22.66. Williams 22.75. Very much of a conservative run there for Sharika Jackson. The way she ran that race, she did not even do anything. Didn't come off the curve particularly well. But you could see she was just running within herself. She was not even lifting. I think she just ran this in order to just win. Didn't do anything. There's some strapping there on the knee. But she did well there. So that's it there. Let's see. Yeah, she did. She did. Well, no, she didn't. But she 22.32 for Lene makes the team. You don't know, yeah. The 400. What's going on over here? For some reason, I think I lost the U.S. Championships here. I'm trying to get that back. I don't know why they're showing Sorry guys, I was just one of my okay. All right, I got it back. So they switched to gymnastics. That's what I was saying. Like I was looking there. Now I got it to. I switched it back to get the. I switched to the 400-meter hurdle. So Sydney McLaughlin is in the blocks right now. Sydney McLaughlin is in the blocks. I'm seeing Anna Cockrell. Let's see. And they're off. So really clean start here. And already Sydney's on everybody. Anna Cockrell is running really well as well. Really good running there. But Sydney McLaughlin is already up on Cockrell too. But Cockrell is up on a couple athletes too. Yeah. Really good run there by Sydney McLaughlin coming through now. But she's not running as hard as I thought she would. Anna Cockrell is really running hard. She's now passing Anna Cockrell coming around the bend. Sydney's going to come off the bend, the top of the bend before everybody else by far. She's going to run super, super fast. I think she's in world record shape right now. She's 39 right now, and there's a lot more space there on the track. She's going to break the world record. She has to break the world record. 49.50. 54.67. Round it down to 50.65. That is a world record. Round it down to a world record. 50.65. Sydney McLaughlin has just broken the world record once more on that Oregon track. Anna Cockrell in a PB of 52.64. Jasmine Jones 52.77. I apologize, I didn't even see Jones in the race. Sha'carri Little 52.98. Those are some really fast times behind her. And then you have this out of this world race from Sydney McLaughlin. Again, she breaks the world record. I'm stunned right now. You cannot be serious. $50.65. She's going sub 50, man. All in the game we talk about, can we get a 49? But good grief, it might happen. Oh, let me get to some comments. I might be missing all of these right now. All in the game. New world record. World record. Sydney wins. They're back. Hopefully you got back the stream, Kingdom. I'm sorry. World record. World record. Kevona Davis should have stayed in Jamaica. She got worse. Well, she went to get an education, Wayne. So you can't. She has to get an education, right? Bobby Kersey has to be proud that Sydney set the world record. My God, I'm just seeing the last part of this race, because when I was looking at the clock and it was like 48, I'm like, she's gonna make this in less than. Look at that. Anna Cockrell, congratulations, race of your life. On a normal day that could have won a number of major titles, unfortunately it doesn't work that way. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, you're out. Thank you so much. Amazing race. Too bad early lost. David, another goal in Paris. Then she's going after the flat 400 world record within 2 years. Break it. I don't know about the flat 400-meter record, because that is not even a real record there, to be honest with you. We can get into that. Jay, it's safe to say that Sydney dominates that event better than both the sprints. She literally has no competition. No, that's next level right there. Next level. The men's 200-meter final in Jamaica is on the track. I want to see what Femke can do, but I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, this is difficult for Femke. Let me just do the Jamaica National 200-meter finals, then I'll get back to you. Really good I really feel happy for Anna Cockrell. And they're off right now. It looks like Andrew Hudson there taking up the stagger on a few guys. The kid is running a lifetime. Gary Carr, the 17-year-old, but he's not in the mix anymore. Andrew Hudson's in the lead, it seems like. And Brian Level is coming. Level is going to beat him on the line. So Level wins it in 1997 ahead of Andrew Hudson. Brian Level. 1997. Brian Level is having a breakout year this year. This kid has a lot of talent. 1997 into a 1.3 win ahead of Andrew Hudson 20.02 and Javari Thomas 20.32. Gary Cardin, the 17-year-old in 2050. What a way for Brian Level. Goes sub 10 and now sub 20 PB for him. Woo. Oh. No, you can. That's facts right there. Femke will literally run 50.8 and lose to 49.9. This is what I'm saying. I think I am really thinking that between Femke and Sydney, they will push each other, and I'm also worried that they could crash into the hurdles. The way in which this is going to be crazy. Classy Anna Cockrell giving Della Mohammed her flowers. No, Della Mohammed, one of the former world record holder, fantastic servant of the sport. They changed the game to and allowed other people to, to look up to her. It was good. I mean, Anna is a class. I like Anna. I have a lot of time for Anna. Yeah. All in the game. Level on that third leg with Akeem, Oblique, and Kishane. I like it. Really like it. Really like it there. That is a 37. That could be a 37-40. Could be better. Could. I mean, Coach Osborne lined up Brian Level in a nice way right there. Whew. Maybe Elaine should have stayed there. Anyway, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Maybe low 51s for Femke. Sydney could go 50.5. Yeah, sub 50 is close. I mean, All in the Game and I were having this big conversation the other day, and I was just like, I can't believe we're talking about whether someone can go sub 50. I still can't feel it. I still can't believe it. I think it could happen, but I'm just trying to figure out how, though. We have to sit down and figure that out because, I mean, the spacing, the steps are great. Like, where are you making that up? Are you going to be more efficient over the hurdles? I mean, we know Sydney's super fast now. Could have gone sub 20 over 200. Sub 21 over, sub 22 over 200, rather. I don't know. It could happen. It was, see it? All in the Game. I said a while ago, Sid beating Femke 49.9 to 50.9. It's the 400 meter hurdles with those two women's different class. The same thing for the men. I mean, we could end up in a situation where we have three men going close to sub 46 again, going maybe one or two going 45 seconds. Who knows? Yeah, Simone Biles is a different level. I need to do some gymnastics. It's just hard. It's just tough. Oh, Femke has the real record. What do you mean by that? Explain that. I'm not quite sure I'm getting where you're going with that. But yeah, back to what you were saying too in the Jamaica stuff, All in the Game. I think that team could definitely do a 36-40. I mean, if you get it right, a minimum, it could go even faster than that. It just have to be whether or not the relay baton practices work well. You would start with Blake. You put Oblique on the backstretch. For me, I would put Kishane on the backstretch. But then it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah. But I like what I'm seeing back from the Jamaican men in the sprinting. And definitely a strong way for a relay too if things go well. And I'm happy for Brian Level because the kid had a lot of talent in high school out of Edwin Allen there, and now done sub 10 and sub 20. Yeah, lots of upside for Brian Level. Where am I on the thing here? There's more in the Sydney time. It looks, I mean, there's definitely more. Sydney's in a fantastic form. I mean, we saw her. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I'm just trying to see. I'm going to turn on the volume on this because Sharika Jackson is talking. So she said nothing to be concerned about the strapping on her leg. The goal was just to win the championships. They're still a month away to be in great shape for Paris. I think that's what she's going. And she says she'll be ready for Paris. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's get to this. For Sydney, she's already improved her first record by 1.3 seconds. I don't know if there's anything else left for her to fix to make her race take off another 6 tenths. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to think like where you find the areas to get the rest. To be honest with you, that is a hard thing. I think we're really approaching the ceiling of women's 400-meter hurdles, at least the way we know it right now. And Sydney's super fast on the stretch. I mean, Femke is going to push hard too. Maybe the competition together could do something, but I don't really know. I mean, it could also make it not as fast. Femke is in incredible shape. We saw indoor world record over 400 meters indoors, or short track they now call it. She's not as quick nowhere as quick as Sydney, but I don't know. Whatever we get, we get. But what we know for sure is that we're gonna see two of the all-time greats line up in Paris. I hope they're fit and healthy because this is gonna be crazy. Because Femke is gonna be. I mean, Femke is just like born in the wrong time now if she doesn't ever win a gold medal. If Sydney sticks around, how much longer Sydney sticks around in the 400 hurdles? Probably not longer. I always said she had to come back to the Olympics to solidify that legacy, to make sure that no one comes around anytime soon to claim our greatest of all time spot. I mean, if that really matters, it probably doesn't even matter. But we will see what we get there. Let's see. Level on the turn. Yeah, Brian Level on the turn is what you need there. World record men on possible 400 meter hurdles possible. It's crazy in Paris. Yeah, because I still don't know who's gonna win in Paris. I like what I see from Dos Santos. Rai looks really in great shape. I think if Rai doesn't win, it's usually a mental thing for me. I hate to say that, but that's what I think. And Varham looks like he needs a little bit more work, but he's already in he ran that great 300 hurdles, and he also ran a great 400 meter hurdles already. You know, he's gone 46.70 when he got beaten by Dos Santos, and he kind of clipped that hurdle. Was it hurdle 9 or 10, I think? So I guess we wait to see, you know. The 400 meter hurdles are just different space. Sydney could have taken off early. I'm sure she can run faster. Gary saying, I really think that Sydney lost out on her opportunity to double in the 400 flat because she's in the best shape of her life, and you never know what's going to happen 4 years' time. Yeah, she's still young for sure, Gary. And I mean, there's world championships next year, and she can start winning some world championships. You know, I don't know. The thing about Sydney McLaughlin is that she's so super talented. It's like, at what stage do you find joy, and which event do you want to continue sticking with? some athletes are just so good across a lot of events that they often don't know what they want to do, or they want to hop and switch. But I don't know. Femke is the Johan of 400-meter hurdles. Could be. That's a good call there, Jay. Yeah, born at the wrong time. Femke needs lane above Sydney will be at her by 200 meters, according to Mark. Then Femke stay with her for a fast PB and European record. Yeah. I think if Femke is to win this, you have to go out in front of Sydney, which is very hard because Sydney attacks really well. If it's foot speed to the race, if they're very close, then it's going to be Sydney all the way. But I think either way, I think the way Sydney looks, she's going to be probably a meter away from her coming off the top of the bend. Could be, yeah. But they'll run the race. Baldwin winning Paris, Sydney peaking now. I mean, you could hold a peak for that time. They can bring her back. They could take her out a peak and then get her to peak again. Or you could hold it all the way to Paris. It's not. You can do it. I mean, Bobby Kersey knows how to do that for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's one race left on the Jamaica Championships, which is a special 4x400-meter race. It's going to go off at 5 minutes after 9. It will include a Jamaica green team, a Jamaica gold team, a team from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a Jamaica black team. And the reason for this, for those of you who are unaware, Jamaica is outside the final position to get to the the Olympics over 4x4 over the mile relay, and they need to run 2 minutes 59:11 or better 2 minutes 59:11 in order to qualify. So they tried to qualify in Bahamas recently. It didn't happen, and now they are running a special race because this is the final chance to qualify for the Olympics. Jay saying Bo's PB is 1 second slower than Sid's. Yeah. With bad rainy weather, Femke can surprise in the final. Yeah. It's the interesting thing about Paris. You could get really great conditions and it could be a downpour there. Who knows? I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Really good. What a great night for track and field so far. The U.S. National Championships was special tonight. World record to end it off. It's as if the organizers knew they should make sure that Sydney finishes it. But a word for Anna Cockrell. Running our back-to-back personal best, going sub 53 last night in the semifinals, coming back, getting a 52.64. That's superb time. If we just take Sydney and Femke out the mix, we're looking at really great times there. Jasmine Jones too. What a story. Shamara Little not making it. And I now wonder if our exploits in the 400 was a little bit too much. Personal best for Rachel Glenn, who is really talented athlete there. And Mohammed bows out at 52.27 after having a stellar career, after holding the world record at some point. Great stuff there. Rai Benjamin showcasing that he's ready, now back as the world leader, 46.46. I mean, to think about the state of the men's 400-meter hurdles, it's just amazing because, I remember when Kevin Young did the world record and first man to go sub 47. The great Edward Moses never did. But, that's a different reason too. It's also the tracks he ran on, the timing. I still think Edward Moses is still the greatest for me. But, yeah, Young, and then when Varham did it, and now we have 3 guys who are really capable of running very low 46, and you never know what you'll get. So the sport that event in track and field is in a healthy place. It was great running as well in the 1500 meters. Nikki Hiltz, McKay, and St. Pierre. Bryce Hopper, what a story tonight. 142.77. Hobbs Kessler, 143.64. Brandon Miller, I thought, ran the race of his life just to make sure he made that team. 143.97. And so there was some really good stuff there. The hurdles in particular tonight, both in Jamaica and the United States, was fantastic. Masai Russell, redemption in a way, 12:25 world lead ahead of Alicia Johnson, 12:31. Grace Stark, NCAA champion, to come and get on the team to Paris. Lovely story for her. Unfortunate for Nia Ali at 12:37, Tonia Marshall, and even Kendra Harrison at 12:39. Those are some fabulous times that don't get you a spot on a team. It's outrageous. But that's the sport that we have right now. The Jamaica stuff was also impressive in different ways. Sherika Jackson booking her ticket to the Olympic Games. Didn't really run particularly hard, running on the instructions, 22:29. No one will get excited about that, but I'm sure she'll be in great shape come the Olympics. Lene Tava Thomas, I was happy to see her 22:34 making the team along with Berger. So a little bit of changing of the guard too there in Jamaica. The men, interesting, the emergence of Brian Level, 1997. He is having a great championships. We wouldn't sleep on him. This may not be his year, but he's a super talented individual. You never know what you get in the years to come. Andrew Hudson also making it to the Olympics, 20.02. And so we're in an interesting space there. The 110 hurdles in Jamaica is super close. It's really separated by, officially now, Broadbell ran 13.174 to Bennett 13.179. So both of them credited with 13.18. Hansa Parchment, looking over for some reason I don't know, running 13.19, makes the team. Omar McLeod and Tyler Mason having 13.22 for the same time. I thought McLeod came back and was looking like he could have gotten on this team, but it didn't happen. The women were fantastic as well. I thought the Jamaican women, Akira Nugent at that point was the world lead until Masai Russell took it down in 12:28, won that comfortably. The world champion, two-time world champion Danielle Williams, ensuring that she makes Jamaica's first national Olympic team at 12:53. Janique Brown, 12:61, making the team. And again, Tapham this time misses out on the Olympic. So the bronze medalists won't get a chance to go back to the Olympics here. So some really fascinating stuff going on. And I'm just going to wait, obviously, for it's 4x4. But, continue to put your comments in. I really appreciate all you guys sticking around. We got to do a big live later on this week where we go through some of these performances, kind of make a sense of where we are. I think I'm missing out some of these, some comments here. No, they can qualify two teams, but they're trying to qualify clearly. So they're just mixed. They're giving competition. Femke running the flat 400 on Sunday. That should be at Continent. If she wants to convince me, she should run 48.5. I would say, I get what you're saying, but just get ready for Paris because that's what you need. Not 1 second is less than point. Okay, I think you're responding to somebody else there. Gary, I agree on the mental thing about Rye. Both Michael Norman and Rye lack the Kobe grit. Yeah, I mean, sometimes competition deals with you differently. There are athletes that have been super talented over the years that you expect to win and don't deliver when it comes to the end stages. At least Rye has medal a lot. He's, but it's tough. Like in the last Olympics, you couldn't blame him because Varham went sub 46. I think last year I thought he had a shot he probably should have won it last year. But so yeah, Interesting stuff. And yeah, they train together. They use Rochelle Clayton's 52.5 can't be slept on. No, Sam, we can't. I think Clayton has found a way to get onto the podium, and I think she will feel good about herself getting there as well. But there's a number of women that are running low 52s too. So I think Rochelle Clayton needs to see if she can get closer to 52 flat, or and see if she can get there. Can she go below 52 seconds? I don't know. It's only bronze medals given out in the women's 400 meters, to be honest with you. Hurdles, 400-meter hurdles. So it's going to be a fight to get that bronze medal because Sydney and Femke have the other medals locked. Edwin is saying Femke Bol is not going to go sub 51. She's a sub 52 runner. That's it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I think Femke running great 400 indoors this year was great to see. But all of these questions will be answered soon, I imagine. Femke needs to make a statement by running 49 PB in the flat 400. Yeah. No, it's training on FBK games with good conditions. Beat her outdoor 49.44 PB last. I guess. Yeah. I don't see any reason to be running sub 44, even if she can, Now look at this. If she's raw horses, Femke Bol will run faster than Sydney, but she's not Sydney's class and will likely come second or third. I don't know if she'll come third at the Olympics. I think she's good enough for second for sure. I think she may have the second on lock, But yeah. Not third, second on lock. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Do Jamaican government give out reward for winning Olympic medals? Some Caribbean governments give. They just announced in the news recently that there is money going to support the athletes and money for athletes when they come back. I can't remember the details off the top of my head, but they did say they're going to do something there. The sports minister, Olivia Grange, had a press conference recently. Then the cream in 2-1 would be wiser to try and qualify. I'm not sure I get what you were saying there. I maybe missed the thread. Gregory, everyone is giving the gold to Sha'carri and Sharika, but let's not forget Julian Alfred. She's no pushover. Oh, for sure. I mean, I've been saying this. I know all in the game has been saying this. A lot of people on this channel. I think Julian Alfred will do something spectacular at this Olympics. Maybe I'm projecting too because I'm hopeful of it, largely because this is our first season as a professional. And if you kind of gauge what's going on with Rashidat Adeleke, what's going on with Dina Asher-Smith now and everybody, Alfred, I think, will come into those championships in a different level. And we must remember she's from St. Lucia. There's no need for national championships. There's no competition. She doesn't have to get in any good shape to qualify now. Everything is geared towards the Olympics. And she could shock the world. I would not be surprised if she shocked the world. And I just want to put it on record for saying that a number of times again. But Alfred is different class. And she will not have any effects of the collegiate season or anything of that sort. The American ladies did well, but I don't see them ahead of Camacho Quinn and Amason. Camacho Quinn, someone can point this out to me. Didn't Camacho Quinn pull out of a race recently? I don't know if she's injured. I didn't get an update on it. I think Toby Amason will come to these championships with a different mental space. As we know, earlier last week, the Court for Arbitration for Sport confirmed that she did not commit a whereabouts violation. So she had done the whereabouts violation charge, I suppose. She was charged for missing 3 in a calendar year, just before the World Championships in Budapest last year. And the independent panel from World Athletics cleared her. The AIU panel cleared her, and she was allowed to run. But clearly, when she went to the World Championships, her headspace would not have been in a space where you would think you would be clear-headed. Now she is fully vindicated and should be in good shape. I mean, but again, what I will say is the state of the 100-meter hurdles is such that anybody can win. It's outrageous in terms of the quality of the women there. And I suspect you'll get a lot of 12 people in 12-20 shape or even better. I don't know how much better, but definitely you will go to the championships with a bunch of women that can, with the who would have probably already gone sub 12:30 are capable of doing that. And when you have that many people, it's a space where it's unpredictable at best. Yeah. If I was Femke, I'd focus on the 400-meter flat and settle to medal in the 400-meter hurdles. Yeah. If I was Femke, maybe I don't run all those mixed relays, but anyway, it's a different story. Thoughts on Shamar failed double attempt. Probably won't even run the 4x4 since she came last in the flat. Yeah, I know. I'm confused a bit too, because early when she did that first interview after she ran the rounds, she said she wasn't going to continue, but she ended up continuing. And she didn't feature well in the 400-meter final, and now she's off the team. So hindsight is always 2020. Yeah, you would say maybe she just only ran that one race because she wanted to feel her legs and then save the other 2. She may have had a little bit more in the tank to get onto this team. That's one way of us kind of framing it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. JCQ's training partner, Samba Malia, is at home in Paris for me. Oh, forgot it. Yeah, she is at home. I think she is special too. I really like her hurdling technique. I was mentioning earlier today. I think the 100-meter hurdles is just out there, right? Because Samba Mayela ran what 12:31 already. Now we've had those 2:12.2s from Masai and Akira Nugent. I mean, I don't know. I saw Ditaji Kambunji. I didn't think she would go this fast this year, but she already ran a 12:4. She pulled out of the Swiss National Championships as a precautionary. So this is what I'm saying. I think you're going to get to the Olympics with a bunch of women that are 12:3 or better capable, or or potentially can get into 12:3s and so on. And if you're in that kind of shape from the get-go, just making that 100-meter hurdle final is just hard. They're introducing all these Jamaica guys here, but they're all Jamaican except maybe one team from St. Vincent, if they're still there. The goal is to get the standard. I do hope they get it. Yeah. Hey, Willie, good night, man. I mean, stay good in Bahamas. When I get there sometime, I'll let you know. Brian, Little made a big mistake. Yeah. And, thank you so much for saying that. No, Femke, don't be partly. Yeah, I think Paulina wins for me right now. But we'll see. I mean, I have this funny feeling that Rashidat Adelike can run 48.5. I just feel like she'll minimum run that. I mean, I think 400 meters in good, healthy space too, even in the absence of the great Shawnee Miller-Weber. Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff that will happen. Yeah. For some reason, my wife is calling me. Hold on. I'll tell her I'm Yeah, my wife was calling me because we're not in the same space. So, all right. Where am I? Yeah, the hurdles is what happens on the day. Yeah. Jamaican men impressed me in the 200 going through the. Yeah, I think level in particular. Hudson. Did Hudson run a PB too? I think he did. But what I like from what we saw from Brian Level, definitely should be a really good asset on a 4x1 relay team. Yeah, yeah. Doreen, what's going on? Good evening. Good to see you. We've been here for what, 3 hours and 5 minutes. We're just waiting to watch this 4x4 to see if Jamaica qualifies. Hopefully, you had a good day as well, and you got a chance to see some good track and field. Lots of great stuff here. Yeah. Thanks everybody for being around this long. We just want to see this 4x4. The target is what, 2 minutes 59:11. If they can make that, then it will be good. Yeah, I think Kazmarek can also run really good as well. Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff to be said about the 400 meter, for sure. Kazmarek is, I think, I don't know how fast she can go, to be honest with you, but she's gone sub 49 already. Maybe, I don't know what her ceiling is. Can she get to 48.5? We'll see. Nikisha Price, if she can get fresh again. So the Jamaican men are off in this 4x4. So there's a team from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and 3 Jamaica teams. And to be honest with you, I have no idea about the composition of these guys here. No idea. So I'm just waiting to see. They look like they're even wearing the same jersey. No, they're wearing different jerseys because at some point, do they get mixed up? Yeah. So Jamaica goal is in lane 5, and that's the team, I think, with the team that they want to qualify, or with the best composition. So that goes around in what, 45 and change? I don't know what that is. About 45 on a handover. I don't know what the official split is. It's not as good as I would want it to be. Yeah. So St. Vincent is on the back, for sure. So there's Jamaica gold, Jamaica green. I mean, hopefully, at least one of these teams can be 2 minutes 59. Oh yeah, she's back. Yeah, I saw that. I'll talk about that in a second. So Jamaica goal is in the lead right now, it looks like. So about for 130.33 at 800, it seems like. Again, the target is 2:59.11, I think. But these guys are running really good. I don't think they're gonna make this time, because it's about 2:15 there. You need about a 44 leg here, 44.7 leg on this to see if they can make that to Paris. Let's see. He has to run a super leg here. They're coming around the bend now, about 100 meters to go. They're not gonna make this. There's no way he's gonna make this. He's not gonna make this. Officially 2:59.87. No Jamaica team at the Paris Olympics. Very disappointed. Uh, let's see where we are here. Uh, yeah, I think Adelika has the highest ceiling for sure. Uh, yeah, lots of lives we've been doing, Doreen. I don't know how you didn't get the notification, but definitely if you haven't hit the notification bell, I'm sure you've done that before. You know, it's always once you subscribe, you hit that little bell and you know when we drop videos and when we go live. All right. I guess I don't know what's going on. Let's see. You, come on. We don't. We'll see. We'll see. Don't for yeah. We'll see what we get from her as well. I saw she ran a couple races. I don't know if she ran some more before the Olympics. And it's like, be nice, don't be a hater. Yeah. All right. So the Jamaicans have disappointed on a couple of occasions now, and so that way they won't be at the Olympic Games. I think this is a tragedy in many ways. I will only opine on it by saying there is a great legacy of Jamaicans at the Olympic Games. And you go back to the 1948 Olympics, you go back to the Olympics in 1952. We're looking at people like obviously it was a 440 yards, but we're looking at the great Herb McKinley, Arthur Wint, Les Lang, Roden. There's a legacy there that it just doesn't seem right that you go to an Olympic Games. There's great legacy, obviously, of Bertland Cameron. There is the 1990 guys who were always in the mix for medals. Greg Houghton, Michael McDonnell, Davian, Clark, and Roxburgh Martin. All these guys' names are just slipping me right now. And to see that you get to a games where the DNA, I mean, it's not really a real thing, but when you think about the legacy of 400 meters, you should not be going to an Olympic Games and there's not a Jamaican team there. And I think that's a sad moment for sure. And that's not a good thing. That's still as kind as I can say. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it sucks for the sport in general too, I think. But it's an important lesson that you can't take things for granted and you have to be on top of things. And yeah, and I know there's been some injury issues here. Obviously, the world champion Antonio Watson did not get a chance to compete effectively to go to Paris. There's all sort of different stuff. But yeah. Yeah, but that's that's shocking to say the least. Yeah. Let's see where we're. Just want to mention Sarah Williams Ford. Yeah, she ran really well yesterday. I think obviously Stephen Francis coach trains in Jamaica. She's a very great a great servant for Barbados. Bajans must be proud, and I think she's found a way on medal podiums, and you can never counter her out. The competition is increasingly tougher, but she is a fighter for sure. She's a strong athlete, so that's true. Eric P. King said, administration, organization / issues to be blamed. It is. It is. But that's a large part of it too. But I also think the athletes have to hold themselves accountable to. You should be in better shape. Like we should not be in a situation where you don't have a bunch of guys in a 44 low capability, given the kind of legacy you would think. Gary, I think more thoughts. I say keep the cutthroat nature of the trials, but make exceptions for world championship medalists in the most recent champs like last Olympic medalist. Track needs more stars. The last part that you say is abundantly true because track is still treated as a side sport. When you think about the marketing and the money that's available, the difference here is that the Olympics Games is organized by the IOC, and they make different designations to who gets to come. The World Athletics do something different for sure, and they can make different decisions when it comes to that. All right, guys. Also, I implore you to keep it, above board in the comment sections here. I see a couple back and forth here. Hopefully, it's been done in a nice way. I mean, but we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to say what they want to say. But keep it in keep it clean. Obviously, keep it respectful. That's the name of the game here. Yeah. Yeah, and sponsorship dictates your individual performance as a priority. Yeah, most times that's 99% of the time that's the case. So athletes will obviously prioritize that. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But guys, I really want to thank you for joining me tonight. It's been fabulous to do this. I'm doing this on the road. I'll be back into regular shape in next week or so. I anticipate that we will be doing a very good live. Maybe later this week, once we get a chance to digest some of these things and we can chop it up again. I encourage you to, if it's your first time, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, like the video, and just engage with the channel. There's a lot of videos there. In the past, we have explainers that sometimes you may have not seen and you might find interesting. And I will be covering various other sports too, but most of the attention will be on the build up to the Olympics, and we'll be doing a lot of lives, and we'll be dropping some videos and short content and so on. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Have a good evening wherever you are. Good morning if you're in different parts of the world. And I hope you had a great week of track and field, and that you will be excited for these Olympic Games coming up. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.